Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
No, I will. He is making his way back down towards it, thinking about setting up some more vision around there, or maybe just a gank on a mid here, as Zeka has gone a bit too far forward, as this is Onivia, and he is not able to dash out of the way of that combo, as First Blood is given over. Well just pick up the first dragon, give her over the grubs, and look towards the bottom side of the map. That is just fine, as you do have this very fed Chovy Ahri in the mid lane that you can't play.
Don't really give up too much damage because of the amplification as well as the burn on the Andries.
Yeah.
While being really beefy as Deus.
Yeah, he's pretty far up the lane as Canyon just waiting for the exact right moment to go ahead and press his R button, as that is a very easy punish for Canyon. So on the other side of that brush for Gen.G, so no real reason to continue on that. Not knowing if the Fury was still there. Zeka on the top side, and again, the Onivia comes together for this kill as Zeka, he drops down the ult, but it's not enough to get away. Even the ramping damage doesn't take out Canyon, and it's just another Onivia combo, as here comes Peanut looking for blood. Can he get anything going here? Maybe onto Chovy. As there's the ult, he does go in, but again, Chovy pretty tanky, as it doesn't look like he will get out of this one though, and a big shutdown does go the way of Peanut.
And even with the charm,
time, it's not a real thing. Peanut was able to pick up the Rift Herald though. Is going to make his presence felt in mid. But okay, trying to get in now as Duro is going to stop that attempt from Delight. Here comes Canyon. He's got not his ult available, but could try to at least tank up this turret for Keen. And it is going to push him away from the turret and get them a lot of damage done to this turret. Duro now coming on down. Here comes Peanut as well on the chase, looking for a bit more, but that is Rakan. Peanut's still continuing the chase and still making his presence felt. He said, "You gave me the Fury, I will make you pay for it." But now there's 4 members of Gen.G, and Peanut has to flash away, and the MF comes in and just punishes him. Peanut not respecting Gen.G, and he gets clapped for it as Delight as well. Another casualty on the board.
5.5k gold lead.
Yeah, it's pretty large.
It's very, very large. I do think the setup for Gen.G early on here isn't the greatest, but it's 20 seconds till the Dragon. How alive? They're here very early. I think it's going to give you opportunity as the TP comes in.
Well, Delight trying to bait the engage onto him, but that TP from Chovy pretty far a bit away. But when he gets there, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with as Duro does go in. The ult from Ruler, not the best, but Duro will go down, and Chovy not able to do too much so far, but Nefiri, Peanut does hit the ground. Zeka incredibly low himself, and Gen.G's wallets just a bit too large for the side of Hanwha Live Esports. Only Vipers here. He couldn't join the play. It was just too far away from him. It's not even his fault as he gets taken out as well. It is an ace for Gen.G, and that'll be the Dragon. Yeah, Gen.G are just very massively ahead. Like, you can see what Hanwha Life were trying to do with this draft, including the first pick Nefiri, which I feel like is still a good idea. I don't really feel like the draft was a huge issue for them. But now, Gen.G just, gonna blow up the Mbessa. Not very tanky at this point as Zeus, obviously, so he just gets one shot by a massive safe of gold on top of his head. Chovy is Ahri, so even though he took a little bit of damage, he's totally fine. The flash on in from Delight, but can they actually kill Ruler? He just ults in their face, and they're not able to do anything to him. As, Zeka gonna hit the floor as well, and Viper is gone. That is a clean ace. We're only 23 minutes in, and Gen.G have already declared.
Because the Mbessa died. But unfortunately, even that, the goal was just too big. And Gen.G coming out swinging here in the first game of LCK. Now 5 games to Hanwha Live both times. And they are like, they really weren't that good.
Yeah, I mean,
it's very telling.
It's not that we were saying they weren't that good. It's just that they were so...
It was also the way that they lost. Like, both the Vayne and the Ornn game, they felt really bad.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it happens. You know, teams are learning Fearless as well, so some of the choices weren't exactly the best in the drafts. But now we're going to have another fight, and we'll see how this one goes as Gen.G just totally pull off of the Baron. Duro gets low, but that's the only guy who's going to get low in this fight. So... yeah, Peanut and the rest of the boys just kind of run away. Delight thinking about an engage here. They still have Otacon, so yeah, you're only getting a little bit of gold even if you do force them to withdraw. at this point. So
Hail Mary number 2.
Hail Mary number 7, it feels like, as Toby. Okay.
That's a tank.
Yeah, well, they exhausted him, and that didn't do all that much. Nice little flash on in and hammer back onto Azeka as well. Looking pretty fun. This game is a done deal, and I think that Gen.G are having their fun as well and are trying to send a message that when it comes to best of threes, we are on top, actually. We're the better team, as maybe Hanwha Life Esports a little bit of a first stand hangover, but all the props going over to Gen.G as well, as especially Canyon has made this Vi look incredibly strong. And eventually they will get Viper, surely. Oh, nice. Good play.
It's actually, it's correct, right?
Yeah.
To wait as long as possible to kill him there. But it also is really funny.
Yeah.
So it kind of works on both levels, which I do appreciate.
He didn't want to get disengaged coned.
Yeah, you need to make sure you actually kill him.
It was very funny. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Anyway,
know if you're speaking the
Hextech Soul will be taken by Gen.G. Yeah. It's a 2-level difference in the jungle, and it's a 17,000 gold lead for Gen.G. So eventually they'll just press their buttons and put them out of their misery after doing enough mental damage as well. As another charm is going to land. Chovy just not missing those today. And yes, Gen.G have finally had their fill. They have had their fun, and they will end this game. Surely, okay, they're going to kill Nefiri, they're going to kill Pina one more time, and then they'll take down the Nexus. 24
is reliable engage, but the range for Gen.G is pretty limited. It's really just Chovy and Ruler to a certain extent with his rockets.
Just pick Nautilus for the team fight.
Yeah, just makes you wonder, why not pick Ashe? You have a guy that's known for being pretty good on the champion.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Well, we're not going to learn about it just yet. As the flash comes in, Ruler, the tanking from Delight, excellent as well. He does flash away from Duro, as Viper's still getting to work here onto this Nautilus. Even a rock going to hit him in the face as follow-up dive potential, but you don't have to do this, but it looks like they do want to go ahead and go for it, but he just gets knocked into the wall. There's the shield as Peanut, the last auto after the flash as Viper gets executed. It is a big win for Hanwha Life in the bottom lane dive. They pick up 2.
Colossal play there for Hanwha Life. They already have the pressure in the 2v2 as expected, but the fact that Peanut, they know again, Kenya's on the top side of the map. And now this play basically has to work for Gen.G not to be in deep trouble. And this alone isn't going to bail him out, but Zeus will be big.
The flash hop for the slow. Zeus just going to accept his fate. Yeah, he could have maybe flashed, but says, nah, I'm dead. As the level 3 Corking Yank going to work out.
I kind of wonder if he flashes, because Buddha didn't have flash, right? Is all Keen. This is exactly what happened to Zeus in the last game.
Yeah, and now you got Braum here. Keen might just be dead. He doesn't have the flash. So fast forward here from Viper to execute him. Does take down the Gnar. And now you've got the same lane. You don't win ever, even with Viper chunked out.
Experience lead, obviously the kill and assist mean that we do still have Pina ahead. They have to fight, right? Like, you have to play for these skirmishers. You don't really have a choice here as Gen.G to not opt into this, but I don't think they're feeling too great about it.
I mean, at least Canyon got the smite on the Grub. Chovy level 6, so is Zeka, as looking for the engage. Peanut getting pretty low as he does not get over the wall, and the divide comes through from Chovy. That's going to be 3 kills for Gen.G. As Hanwha Life, they say, this should be our fight for free. They do not respect the damage of Gen.G. Potential dive, but as we know, it's not going to happen this time. We're still putting on that pressure. Our Viper and Delights trying to use that level 6 with the arrow, but it doesn't amount to too much, as now trying to make something happen here onto Delight. Level 6 first for Duro. Delight is trying to hop on over, but he's not quite able to, and Viper is just going to be given on over, as he does not have his flash. He's free food for the Azir.
That's just a mid lane diff, man. In both fights, because you can permanently shove in and apply your pressure. Doesn't mean you need to. And I feel like we're getting some consistent punishes, and now Gen.G, they were behind, what, like almost 2k gold early on. Now a 1k gold lead.
Yeah, it's definitely been a big flip, and now we're looking for a fight on the bottom side here. Keen is low. Zeus desperately trying to get an execution. Not going to happen, and now the Impale. But who's winning this fight? Delight and Peanut do 0 damage, maybe negative damage. And Keen's got Mega Gnar, so they just have to back away after the Impale that does nothing. Just trying to pick up some kind of scraps.
At risk, and it's the, as you point out, The arrival of Canyon, the arrival of Chovy, the arrival of Duro in these moments has been consistently great. Feels like every play that Hanwha Live tried to go for, Gen.G reads well and responds, and every play Gen.G's goes, it's just, nope, not liking it. And a good flash there because there was a collapse imminent. Vision control is really good for Hanwha Live towards the top side of the map, but no objective is going to spawn anytime soon as...
These guys are so good at dodging skill shots. Like, they're both throwing good ones and just both dodging everything. As Keen, though, is going to go mini. He's got Canyon on the way, but that is a Xinjiao. We even got Viper here as well. The World Ender is in. The arrow going to hit Canyon, but he is Xinjiao. And he does go for that ult. Peanut looking for the Impale, and he is going to get him with just the edge of that one. Keen does get taken down, as Zeus does get his revenge. Spawning as well, so Canyon saying, maybe we should fight over this objective instead. At the moment, though, he has to run into Peanut as the Impale comes through.
No flash.
And no flash. He is Xinjiao, though. So he does press his R button himself and does get away. Zeus also pretty low. Duro on the left side getting caught out big time, and he doesn't have flash either. And that is just a free Nautilus, as that is what we were expecting the Nautilus to do in this game. Although Peanut now going to be caught out himself, gets stunned up there, and down he will go. And so that's actually a winning trade for Gen.G at the end of the day, because they, again, the gold is even, but just based on the way a lot of these fights are playing out, it does feel like outside of the one Duro mistake, Gen.G are...
Mid lane turret is probably going to suffer forward, but getting defeats is nice, and getting more gold into Zeus, turning it into a real side lane threat is a big win as well. This Chovy, they're going to really look for a play here.
Oh god, that arrow is going to hit him right in the face, and the Chaos Storm is right on top of it. And so that's an easy kill on the Chovy. Thought he could stay safe under the turret and be able to dash away, but the arrow just caught him off guard. So a nice play from Viper to land that one. We do have the Rift Herald in mid.
Yeah.
And a big wave. So at the end of the day, is this a win for Gen.G? I mean, Hanwha Life, yeah, they got the kill. They took down Chovy. That's nice. They got that, but they lose their mid turret. And they don't have any pressure top because Delight took a massive chunk. And we might get another, oh, just barely not, as he runs out of time here. And Canyon not able to get another charge.
Takes like a turret shot and a laser to the face, just walks it off.
And certainly one of the stronger souls in the game still. Let's see, though, how much pressure we get on this, as Ruler is already doing a crazy amount of damage to Viper. He has hit his spike of 2 items, whereas the Ashe a little bit more of, you know, I provide engage, they have damage elsewhere. The arrow this time going to sail wide, and Canyon, very tanky, is going to tank up a lot of this, but does get stunned. They're still continuing to go in on the Xinjiao as Duro in the front line as well. Zeus gets in, and the Impale is big, but Chovy lights up 3 and locks them down. Peanut as well over the wall will be taken out eventually, and they were just all baited until Chovy got there and put them in the ground.
It's spring and Chovy is here, ready to play some video games. Didn't even need his flash for that, by the way.
Oh, Zeka.
Oh, Zeka.
Oh, Zeka. Oh, my boy Zeka. Yeah, he's dead. That is a shutdown over to Ruler. So you wanted to see the team fights to really see where this game was going, Chronicler. Beat out an Impale. That's it. So we'll listen in to Chovy. Just avoiding the storm, waiting for his moment. Go, 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 go. Oh. And yeah, he was able to line it up pretty nicely. Keen is taking a bunch of damage. He will be punished. Not sure what happened there. He was in the middle of his wave.
I know, overextended.
Just to get out of that one. But yeah, the arrow's still hitting. The one in the fight did not hit. But again, even if it did hit, it would have hit like
that guy. When you were like, guys, we can play. I'm strong. And then you go in and then you die and you're like,
yeah.
Man.
Hey, you know, Delight was caught up a little bit on the controller. Duro, he is not going to spot Zeus hopping the wall. And so will take a huge amount of damage, but Root comes in, and guess what? He's tanking up the damage. He's not going to die this time, but it is Zeus who does get baited by it. This gets burst. He engages into a Nautilus, assuming he's safe, and it's only Nautilus. But the rest of the team shows up so quickly that Zeus is just dead, doesn't even get to flash.
And that's a costly death That's going to be... You can't play both sides of the map. Keen has TP available. Can join at a moment's notice, and there's the T flank.
Oh, they're going to catch Tovi. He does go into the Zhonya's, but I think they might have the damage. Tovi, he does get the split, but now Keen shows up, and that might be enough here for Gen.G. It wasn't a clean fight, but it's still a win as Peanut picks up 1,000 gold on that Corki. Ruler had a gigantic shutdown to be taken here. And yes, Gen.G, it's, 3 kills for 4 kills, but, for Hanwha Life, they stopped the Baron. They have TP coming in. Peanut is, he's okay. He's trying his best. He's putting in good effort, guys.
He is a Scorpion.
Yes, he's playing the Skarner champion. As Keen, he wants more.
Is Zeus just dead again?
Says Zeus is easily baited.
Okay. Gen.G could have lost the game there. They did. I'm hesitant to call this two very different things, but they shouldn't. The fact that Pian actually gets the grab mid-attempt at shuffle, I think Gen.G is still going to win this game. Like, I don't want to go too
yeah, that was going to die.
That was definitely a point where Gen.G could have lost, right? If Keen's a little bit slower on the TP, if they don't get to stall Chovy with his stop, or if Chovy doesn't get to stall with his stopwatch, if they don't have the damage, Peanut can try and go for this.
Yeah, he's going to catch Zeka here up against the wall, and even if Keen died, it doesn't matter. It's worth. They take down the Victor, they take down the Braum. It's a double kill for Ruler, and he's going to enjoy that. 9 kills in this game, and that will be Baron, unless Peanut does something, but not going to happen.
My bad, I said Peanut. If Viper doesn't die there, like I think that there might actually be a turnaround opportunity there. But instead, he just kind of ends up going down. And this is the second play where Gen.G is in a much better position. Peanut isn't here because he got taken down. Zeka walks up. Keen just throws him into the wall. Yeah. That's going to be the Baron, and that is probably the 2-0 about to be locked in. Gen.G repeating the feat that they were capable of in the first series in LCK Cup. Man.
And the series looks kind of similar. It's a beatdown from Gen.G. It's not very close. I mean, this game was close for a while, but then it wasn't. As here comes Chovy, level 17, and guess what, Duro? He's baiting them all in, and he dies. He fulfills everything. He does his to-do list, including the death at the end, as the rest of the team follows up and picks up the kills. And it's just over. 29 minutes, Gen.G will take down the 2-0 here on a Hanwha Life, as it looks like Ruler will be punished for playing with his food there, nice and pale from the side of Peanut, as Chovy and Canyon, they want to continue to send the message, but the Nexus dies first, and that will be the end of this series. The first one